What are you doing here, Master? What are you doing here? This is the idiot that attacked me. This is the fool that attacked me. That's the idiot that attacked me. That's the fool. Don't push me. I'm going, don't touch me. I'm warning you, don't touch me. I'm warning you, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I said, don't touch me.
Please, if you are visiting my YouTube channel for the first time, subscribe with us and turn on your notification button. Hello Biafrans, welcome to Magnetic Gist TV. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Today being 20th of November 2025. Indeed, it is the D-Day. The long-awaited day has finally come. The day we are going to know what is actually going to happen between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the federal government of Nigeria. Although Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in court already, you see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu rejected the trial, saying that they have to show him the existing law under which they are trying him. But it looks like the arrangee, that is the agreement between the government and the judges, is already taking place, because the justice Omotosho ordered Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to walk out from the courtroom, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was standing on his ground, saying that no way, that they cannot try him, that they have to provide that law of which they are trying to use to try him. But Justice Omotosho ordered DSS men to take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu away from the court. And as we are telling you right now, the court is still going on, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been found guilty in some charges that Justice Omotosho read here. No be small thing, no. I can tell you, ha kwadoro very bad for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are prepared to jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is indeed a very great plan to jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is exactly what is playing on right now. I can tell you that.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu live in court.
We just left the court. This matter, that is Commissioner of Police, Federal Capital Territory Command, against all the issue and Sarah reporters. Just like we have always said, it's very important we brief the public on this matter because of the public interest nature of it. This matter was brought to court in 2022. 2021. Yes. Formerly we applied court in 2022. But the truth of the matter is that the law under which that child was brought to court was considered by the parliament of this country. That law was extensively considered by the parliament of this country, and they repeat that law. Section 24 subsection 1 paragraph B of Cybercrime Prohibition Prevention Act 2015 was so personalized that it was enacted to represent the ego of individuals who are in power. It talks about insult, it talks about annoyance, which is very, very subjective. if I see anything that annoy the other person, the person can take me up under that law. That is very, very subjective. Annoyance is subjective. Annoyance is even subject to temper. But the parliament of this country consider that law. They have abrogated that law. The law that exists today, under cybercrime, prohibition prevention, amendment act 2024, is about the security of the state. Whatever that threatens war or the security of the country, that is the law that is in existence. And we are saying that if the parliament of this country has repealed a law, we are calling on courage from the court to declare that law repealed. There cannot be a trial under a law that is already repealed. We are in court today under a charge that was filed in 2022 when that obsolete law was in existence. And we are saying that there cannot be a trial under a repeal law. We are saying that it is not about whether there is a criminal proceedings. As we speak today, there is no criminal proceedings. The commencement of criminal trial is not the filing of a charge. We have instances in this country where rich people in power, they fight charges against them. That never saw the light of the day. You cannot lay claim to the fact that there was a criminal proceedings. What begins criminal proceedings is arraignment. There is no arraignment in 2022. The parliament now considered that law to be so arbitrary, and they repeat that law. And they replace it with a law that is not of public nature. And somebody is still coming under that repeal law to say that we must go on. And we are saying that, look, what the law says is that if arraignment are taking place, that means the process is already in place. You can now continue that, okay, we have started before the amendment. But no, this one, there is no arraignment in 2022. And if the prosecution or whoever that is going to reason from the other side is saying, why has there no been arraignment? He made some mention or something that he refused to take it. Why are you talking about the procedure of the law as if it's triviality? If you have not done the right thing and somebody and you cannot bring the person to properly take plea, it's not about refusal. Can anybody refuse to take plea before the court? No. Nobody can refuse to take plea. Because you have not done the elementary things that is required of you. Proper service has not been done. And if you have not fulfilled that procedure, that means you have not come proper before the court. And what we are just saying today is that we are calling on courage from the bench to support what the parliament has spoken loudly, that law has no place in a modern society. We are calling on our court to also support the voice of the parliament so that the citizens can have a place to breathe. And one thing that is very, very important is that all of this energy we are displaying is Mr. Moyede already just a single individual. But I am telling you that in this matter of today, he represents the voice of those people who have been under the oppressive tendencies of that law that is repealed. Having spoken out and having all of us come together like this, we are speaking for the entire, particularly the downtrodden who will not have protection if that law has not been repealed. And that is the reason why we are calling on the citizens. Whatever update you are making, we have the right to make it. It's a matter of public interest. You know the matter is in court, but we are saying they are not arraignment yet, and we are saying that the citizens must be aware that the parliament of this country has spoken. We have been blaming the parliament, but today they have spoken. They said the law is bad. They took it off. We are calling on the court to support that position. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. As you are aware, today is a red letter day because just as we are standing here, the most serious matter is going on at the Federal High Court. Those two floors below us, and that's the judgment being read in the case of Nnamdi Kanu versus the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We expect an outcome. Some of us have predicted. As we speak, the accused person has been bundled out of the courtroom by not court officials, but an interested party in the case, the DSS. They are the ones who are opening and closing the doors for the courtroom. They are the ones verifying the lawyers and whoever they allow. That is not justice. It is a process that has been compromised by heavy-handedness from day one. I don't want to talk about the procedural force, which includes kidnapping of a client from another country to go on that trial, which violates the Nigerian Constitution. And you know I say it all the time, I hate to quote the Nigerian Constitution. I don't even believe in the Constitution in the first place. But that's their grammar for now. So we assume that they understand the law. So we are calling on Nigerians that these are special times. And we keep saying it. We've been saying this since 2019, both politically and otherwise, that the special times that we are in, we demand all the citizens to rise up at once. Those who said and were mocking us in 2019 know better. When we said Buhari is not fit to continue to lead this country, and we said Buhari must go. Buhari eventually left power and he left the world. Now you have Tinubu, who is continuing with the very sick policies of Buhari that has kept this country impoverished, insecure, and totally washed off. As you're speaking, the delegation of the federal government is in Washington, D.C. Not to meet the president of the U.S., but to meet a parliamentarian, a member of the House of Representatives, equivalent. So we are, because they have destroyed the country. The country has lost its morality, it has lost its place, it has lost its respect among the Committee of Nations. You have the IG of police, the legal IG of police is in Washington, D.C. to go and beg the parliamentarian. The NSA is in Washington, D.C. The chief of defense staff is in Washington, D.C. Just to go and beg a member of House of Rep because of how they have ruined our country. These are the people that are supposed to be coming to us to beg us. The South African leaders, we don't do that. When the South African president went to the US, he went to see Donald Trump. Even when Donald Trump misbehaved, he was able to put, even though I had disagreement with him, if I was the one, I would tell Mr. Trump, shut up your mouth. Don't talk anyhow to Africa's most important country. We have 200 million people here represented. You can just come down on me. But, you know, it is the way we have treated ourselves. It's the way we have made our bed to these terrible leaders that we are laying on the turning beds now. Thank you guys. Keep you updated, and we will ensure we do the best we can to save our country. That's one promise we always make to you. Whether they declare us wanted, they send us to jail, or whatever they want to do, we brutalize, we kill, we know that we have only one country.
So Shore and some lawyers are briefing Nigerians that the intimidation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is indeed happening in the court today, this morning, as they have already arranged how they will jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by allowing so many stations, TV stations, to televise it live. Guys, this one no be much talk. No be much talk where they here. Just listen to, just watch this video and see exactly what is going on in the court today.
Very wonderful 20th day of November 2025. Yes, of recent I discovered something. And that thing is why I came here today. We Igbos, we don't like to tell ourselves the truth. We Igbos don't like to tell ourselves the truth. And that is a simple truth. And that is what has been destroying us from time immemorial. We don't like the truth. We don't like to tell ourselves the truth. We don't like to, say it the way it is. We like to go round, and then arrive at the seat. Now, remember when I came here and I kept telling Biafrans that, look, Simon can never be jailed. Simon will never be jailed. Simon, the laws of the European Union can never stand and watch Simon go down. I kept saying it here because I believe that, we're doing more than talking. That was what I believed. And from the submission of the documents that both our government and Simon submitted to the Finnish court and Finnish authority in order not to jail Simon, in order for Simon to have his freedom and come back and start defending Biafra. All these things was taken into consideration. But what did the Finnish authority did? What they did was to jail Simon, and we did nothing about it. We did nothing. We did nothing about it. The only thing that we have done today is appeal. And I believe that appeal will turn into our own favor. But why did I say that we lie to ourselves? We lie to ourselves in the sense that we sit down one place and expect miracle to happen in everything we are doing. That is not how it's done anywhere. If you go to Israel, Israel are fighting their war themselves. Their men and women came out and know that, look, if we leave these Hamas people, they are going to finish us. They took arms and started defending themselves. Now, these our Igbo brothers and sisters that is in Ochanja, that is in Enugu, that is in Port Harcourt, seeing all this evil that Nigerian is doing to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, do you know what? They don't even care. They don't send. They want the USB government to continue to do everything. Why they continue to go to their businesses? Why they continue to do, their daily activities? They don't care. That is what Igbo man is. That is who they are. Look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DSSS dungeon, and Nigeria is still peaceful. And you expect Dr. Ngozi Oravweze to do miracle. My brothers and sisters, let me be realistic. Let me be honest with you. There is limit to action that woman is going to take.
I don't think Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to escape this because the conspiracy is much. We don't actually know how long they are going to keep him. But let's keep fingers crossed. No matter what happened, Biafra at the end. That is what he said. Biafra must surely come.
To defend some things, if she do them, she may not have the legal knowledge to back up some, things. If she takes those actions, but our men, we do have that courage. I don't know if you understand what I mean. So, those of you that is waiting for Dr. Ngozi Oravweze to pull down the L, she's not going to do it. She's using the redeclaration document to seek for relevancy all over the world. Why our people are being slaughtered in the southeast? Why our people are being unalived? Is she doing anything? Yes, she is doing something. But she cannot do everything. She is not Simon Ekpa. She is not Nnamdi Kanu. Neither is she Uwazurike or our hero, Ojukwu. She's neither of these people. So she works with what she's saying legitimately. She's going to countries, government, tendering the legal tender document that she has. And she has other things she's doing for herself. So, now that some people are saying, oh, Nigeria, they will not do anything. No, they are not going to do anything. I tell you the truth. They ain't going to do nothing. You know why I'm pained? I'm very pained this morning because I can see the evil. I can see that we don't have people telling the truth again. I can see we don't have men again. Niger Delta will come and tell you, oh, if you don't release Nnamdi Kanu in less than 24 hours, I will destroy. They're not going to do nothing. Fan in the window. They have all been paid. When they use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to threaten Nigeria, Nigeria will just give them money and they'll just go and sit down. That is how bad it is. Where is Tom Polo that we all laud today? They have now given him the pipeline to manage the pipeline. So the kind of billions that is generating from that pipeline, would he even make him to think about Nnamdi Kanu, his brother that is being persecuted in Nigerian DSSS? There is no freedom fighter on this planet Earth that has gone through what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has gone through and survived. None. Martin Luther King was later unalived. Steve Biko was later unalived. Patrick Mulumba was later unalived. Name them. You can name them. Where they were later died. Nothing happened. So Nnamdi Kanu's case is not going to be an exception. The West has watched you people, your weaknesses. They know your weakness. After 1 week, 2 weeks, after if Omotosho pronounces the jail terms, after 1 or 2 weeks, you people will continue with your business because you like money. You don't like freedom. That is why you have sabotaged every opportunity that you've got. You have sabotaged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, sabotaged Simon Ekpa. You are going now to see how you can sabotage Dr. Ngozi Arabweze. This is what they do. This is who you are. This is who we are. We Igbo people don't tell ourselves the truth, and yet we blame others for our misfortunes. I don't want you to argue this. I just want you to take it to the bank. We're not going to do anything. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is jailed today, we will still go to court of appeal. Which I know that Justice Omotosho can never jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But if Justice Omotosho jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the highest we can do is to go to court of appeal. And it pains me that the Igbos, we are doing our best here. Most of you are at home. Just rubbish. Doing nonsense and expect magic to happen. Oh, nada n'unu, gwadom. Oh, nada n'obodo oyibo. Oh, nada na obodo ndị ọzọ. Ife a na-eme na Nigeria. A na-ajụ gịnị na-ada na ana Biafra. Gịnị na-ada si na-eji Nnamdi Kanu. Nna si hapụzienụ Nnamdi Kanu. Pipeline nke a nwụrụ ọkụ. Uno nke a before a na onye nke a adaana. Before a na-amana ebe Nigeria si ezu ohi mmana ya na-ada. A na-ajụzi ife na-emenụ. The country is calm, quiet. And I'm looking at all of you. You expect you expect the government or me to what? Bro, I don't know if you do anything. No, I cannot do more than what I am doing now. That is the simple truth. That is how they colluded, jailed Mazi Simon Ekpa. We are still here now, hoping that the what is it called? The appeal will put to rest this whole shenanigans that Nigerian and Finland did to our leaders, our leader, Simon Ekpa Njoko. Is the USB government trying? They're doing their best. They are doing their best. I am not in any way discrediting what they are doing. If I was in their shoe, I know I would do more, but they are doing their best. And don't take this out of context that Madam Ngozi, Dr. Ngozi Arabweze, the Deputy Prime Minister, she's a woman. She has limits to some actions she cannot take. Oni wutem nobu. Ntete nola akanu na Nigeria kadi at peace when Nnamdi Kanu is in prison. A man that asks you, if you look for me, you don't see me. Burn down Nigeria. What have you people done? Nothing. Everybody's look at Oge Chukwunkiri with all the nonsense he did. He can still come and lie to Biafrans, and then Biafrans will listen to him. Some idiot will listen to him. A man that cannot speak good English. A man that cannot even defend his own right. A man that had over 71 criminal record in America. That is the acting prime minister. Claiming to be Onu Hidikia. And this is just a simple truth. I just want to be as simple as I am, so that when I will start my insanity to Nigeria, they shouldn't say we didn't talk, we didn't warn them. Because definitely, are we going to defend Biafran land? I am going to defend Biafran land with all my might and everything that I've got. I'm going to do that. I will. They found me in the position of prime minister, but I'm not in the position, and I'm not seeking for that position. Man, if the gods of the land gives me that power, energizes me with that power, give me that wisdom, to God, Nigeria will not exist for 2 days. 24 hours is enough for me to pull Nigeria to the ground. So that if the West is jailing me, they will jail me because of the carnage that they see that I committed in Nigeria for Biafrans to leave. Not when they are talking peace here. They are submitting documents, you call them a terrorist and jail them. When you call me a terrorist, because if I look at the the things that Nigeria will build in the next 40 years after I have gone, and we know that yes, I tried. I merit to be called a terrorist. But you see people that have not carried gun, you see people that have not carried any ammunition, you go and arrest them. These people are fighting for their freedom and you label them terrorists, all manner of names. But you see Hamas destroying lives, you can't arrest them. You see Benjamin Netanyahu fighting for his country, destroying lives and properties. Yes, that is a freedom fighter. He's a freedom fighter. He's fighting for his people. He's defending his land because he's a Caucasian. What of Ukrainian president Zelensky? He's not a terrorist at all. He's fighting for the freedom of Ukrainians. Why Simon Nnamdi Kanu are terrorizing Nigeria? And now that you people remove them, what is now happening? Criminals, terrorists, and all whatnot has now infiltrated Nigeria the more. They are now inside Nigeria, destroying that same life and property. Who have you held into account? Finland, I ask you, fools. Alexander, stop, an idiot. I ask you, who are you now going to hold accountable for all this mass murder that is going on in Nigeria? Donald Trump called Nigeria a country of a particular concern, but I've not seen Alexander Stubb of Finland say the word about it. The same Donald Trump called Nigeria a disgraced nation. Alexander Stubb have not said anything. The new ambassador from Finland to Nigeria has not said anything. She has not said anything. Why? Because of their selfish interest. So you collected my mineral resources, went into bilateral agreement with Nigeria, and named Simon a terrorist. This is what they do. If your mineral resources is not involved, they don't care. They proscribed IPOB a terrorist organization. And terrorists are unaliving Nigerians. And then Trump tweeted, I'm coming to fight these terrorists. Trump did not say that he's going to the north, south, or west. Trump said, I'm coming to fight these terrorists. Now, they have changed their slogan. Trump is coming for his selfish interest, for his interest. Trump is the only thing that Trump knows is conquer. The only thing that Trump knows is come and take. But IPOB is a terrorist organization. Have you forgotten that? IPOB are terrorists. So, why don't you leave that Donald Trump to come and fight these terrorists? Do you know if he's coming to fight the IPOB? It's for you to see how Nigeria is. Nnamdi Kanu stood up. They blackmailed him. Simon stood up. They blackmailed him. Now Donald Trump, they are blackmailing Donald Trump. Donald Trump that is not an Igbo man. No. Donald Trump is not an African man. A Caucasian, a white man. That is how to know that Nigeria is a destroyed nation. A failed state. A terrorist country. Donald Trump said, okay, since this insecurity, you can't solve it. And we, the Biafrans, are the one causing the insecurity. Like you said, that is what people said. And now Donald Trump is saying, I am coming to fight this insecurity for you. And now you are propagating, carrying propaganda. Now leave Donald Trump to come and fight IPOB. Nigerians should leave Donald Trump. In fact, I don't know why Donald Trump jet fighters are not yet in Nigeria, fighting the IPOB, fighting the terrorists, because they called us a terrorist organization. This is what they do. They reverse the case. What they do is what they put on others and blame others for it. That's why I called this COG. We don't have sense. And you see our brothers and sisters defending the indefensible. That's why I said, we don't like to tell ourselves the truth. We don't like to tell ourselves the truth. Whether Omotosho will jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today, I don't know. But even though he jails him today, our leader, nothing, we're not going to do nothing. We ain't going to do nothing. We're not going to do nothing. Since 5 years, what have we done? Nothing. Only blackmail, 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 blackmail this, they'll blackmail that. And this thing must stop. It must stop among us. When people rises up to tell you people the truth, you will come and say, oh, he's now sabotaging. Oh, when a Fulani man comes and look at the people here, they will know the people that is sabotaging. Everything is not all about sabotage. It is good for us to speak the truth so that people will come and help us. Oh, he's deviating. Deviating to where? I'm a full bona fide Biafra. I stand with the USB. Gidigbam, I know the shake. But the truth has to be said. It's not every truth that is sabotage. Sometimes you need to hear the bitter truth. It's not every truth. I weep so much in my heart when I see some of our brothers misbehaving, talking trash, talking nonsense. People that should know better than I do. I'm going to get the guy affair make it. I hear me better before. What are we going to do that Simon has not done? What are we going to do? Tell me. That is why they took away Simon Ekpa. What did we do when they took away Simon Ekpa? I'm not blaming Dr. Ngozi Arabeze. She's trying her best. She has, in fact, Dr. Ngozi Arabeze should be Lord over every morning we wake up. I'm telling you the truth. That woman has what will destroy Nigeria completely. And Nigeria can, you see, one thing you people don't know is this. Nigeria can reach out to her. And if she has this evil mind, if Obulu no get carry and declare, oh, by now, for don't forget Biafra, they for not sell the country. Real money will be paid to them if they were the one that succeeded in bringing this Biafra. They would have sold it. Even $2 billion, they will collect and put in their pocket. They will collect it and put it in their pocket and move on. They will what would Biafra? Nothing. You will not do anything. Because most of you don't even believe that Biafra has come. We will not do anything. So let us stop carrying shoulder. Declare Biafra. For don't see shake tire. Shake a bounce and now for don't see now. But thank God that woman came. And it pains me when this woman is trying her best. Most of you are trying to water down her efforts. What are we doing? We are always waiting for her to now. Let us do what we can do. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it. Do what you can do for Biafra to come. Jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You will find out how twisted I can be. Jail him first. Omotosho. Jail him. I am promising you that Nigeria will not survive under me. Me, Rose, I know myself.
Yes, so thank you fans, thank you everyone, thank you Biafrans watching this video. Remember to subscribe. It was Magnetic Gist TV, for we remain the best. No matter the outcome of the justice today, even if they sent him to jail, how many years, no matter what, justice must one day be prevailed, no matter what, and Biafra must surely come. Yes, so share this video, and let us interact in our comment section. We all love you. Bye.
God on them, I will do it. If need be. People don't know how determined we are. You don't know how focused we are for our freedom to be given to us. You don't. Biafrans, on this note, I will have to leave us here. Go and reflect on what I have just said. If Justice Omotosho hands over jail term, which I know that he cannot even do it, but let's assume it comes to pass, what are we going to do to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? A lot of empty threats have come. Oh, Niger Delta. Hey, this one will say this. No. Israelites, they were not praying to God. They didn't pray to the Almighty God. They took the bull by the horn themselves. They handled the situation by themselves. They didn't wait for any Western powers. They picked up weapons and defended themselves. Some will tell you, oh, he's instigating. I'm not instigating anybody. I'm just telling you what is right to do. Now that you see them coming into Owerri with bikes, what do you think? It is conquer and take over your land. They are not scared again because there is no Simon Ekpa. That this foolish Alexander Stubb took away from us. Called him a terrorist. Can you imagine a terrorist calling Simon Ekpa a terrorist? He doesn't have a right to buy arms. He doesn't have a right. I want to ask this mad Alexander Stubb. Is it broom that you people use and fought your war against Russia? Is it broom or is it stick? Or is it your clothes you use to fight Russians? Even this Ukrainian war, is it broom you people are using to fight it? When it comes to Africa, you know your law works. When it comes to us, your law works. Your law doesn't work when it comes to the Caucasians. You will follow and, follow to the letter of every single law. Why is African own different? Why am I going to be here and then my parents, my family members, my cousins, my loved ones will be unalive in Nigeria and nobody will say anything about it, and you want us to be happy? Enough is enough. We have to take the bull by the horn. Most of you now, for today, some of them will go to their shops. They don't care. They don't care because they don't want their freedom. They will go and open shops. That today you should storm Abuja. I'm not saying you should fight. Just stay there and stay holy, holy, holy. Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Holy, holy, holy. Nnamdi Kanu. When Nnamdi Kanu, they hear that song coming from his people, there is this move, there is this ginger, there is this swag that will come inside of him. Bro, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. This is just for the Igbos. Thank you so much, Biafrans. I love you guys, and I want to do more to make sure that I'm very passionate about this country of mine. I want to do more to make sure that Biafrans are free. And I'll continue to push until I get it right. Thank you, Biafrans, and may God bless you guys from here.